You knew it, I knew it, the entire internet knew it. Ford was never going to have a giant void between the Mustang GTD and the Mustang Dark Horse for very long. Here's the vehicle that fills the gap, the Ford Mustang Dark Horse SC. Were you expecting a Shelby? I was. But before you go jumping to conclusions, know that this vehicle is a Shelby GT500 in everything but name. And I can prove that to you just by telling you about the engine. SC, of course, stands for Supercharged. And if you know anything about Mustangs, you're probably assuming that Ford has bolted a supercharger on top of the Dark Horse's 5-liter Coyote V8. But that is not what's under the hood. Ford is not letting us pop this today because this is a pre-production vehicle. But if we could, you would see an Eaton TVS R2650 supercharger on top of a 5.2-liter V8. And if you know your Mustangs, you know those are the same details that applied to the 2022 Mustang Shelby GT500. Now, in what might go down as one of the lamest product launch decisions of 2026, Ford is not talking about specs of this engine. No power output. But if I were a betting man, and I'm not, I would place my money on this having somewhere between the old GT500's 760 horsepower and the Mustang GTD's 815 horsepower. Probably less than that vehicle because I can think of no better way to piss off a bunch of people who just dropped 300K on a Mustang. One detail we do know about the Dark Horse SC's engine, this is a wet sump engine, whereas the GTD has a dry sump oiling system. And it routes torque to the ground through a 7-speed dual clutch transmission located just after the vehicle, whereas the GTD uses an 8-speed dual clutch transaxle at the rear of the car. The Dark Horse SC routes torque through a carbon fiber drive shaft to a Torsen mechanical limited slip differential. Ford is referring to this as a sports car, not a muscle car. And just like the Shelby GT500, there's a big emphasis on aerodynamics and handling as much as there is power. You're gonna notice this huge carbon fiber rear wing, and it's adjustable in 2 positions. There's also this duckbill spoiler below it. That caught the attention of the GTD team during development, and they integrated a similar solution. It works with the rear wing to improve its efficiency by 10%. That means for every additional pound of downforce, there's 10% less drag penalty. Overall, this vehicle makes 620 pounds of downforce at 180 miles per hour. That's going to help this car stick to the pavement when you're hammering around a racetrack. The other thing you need to notice is this new rear diffuser, which helps downforce, but also helps cool the rear differential, which has a dedicated cooler on it. And while you're down here, you're definitely going to notice how awesome these vertical quad exhaust tips are. The track of the SC is an inch wider than the Dark Horse, which means unique fenders. You also get this unique aluminum hood with the carbon fiber extractor. And if you remove the rain tray, you get 5 times the airflow as you do in a standard Dark Horse. Up front, it's all about cooling. And so this center grille is 60% larger than on the standard Dark Horse. And these outboard grills are twice as large. There is a huge emphasis on track handling with Dark Horse SC, and there are several changes that we can't see, like changes from steel to forged aluminum suspension components, stiffer springs, geometry tweaks that change the roll center, and slightly tweaked knuckles. The standard tires are Pirelli P0Rs, 305 section up front, 315 width in the rear. But if you upgrade to the optional track package, you get these Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2Rs developed specifically for Dark Horse SC. You also get carbon fiber wheels and carbon ceramic brakes. Brembo provides those and the standard brakes with 6 piston calipers up front and 4 pistons in the rear. Overall, that track package reduces unsprung weight by 120 pounds all the way around the vehicle. It also ditches the rear seat for another 30 pounds. Call it 150-pound weight reduction with the track package. The interior is mostly recognizable Mustang parts, but there are a few special touches unique to the Dark Horse SC. All of this carbon fiber trim is standard on the SC, and the steering wheel is borrowed from the GTD. In the launch year, there's also a Track Pack Special Edition that comes with 3D printed titanium shift paddles and gear selector knob. These Recaro seats are optional. They feature a neat checkered flag pattern in the insert. That's a nod to the fact that this vehicle was developed by Ford Racing. There's also a 5-mode traction control system that's pulled from GTD. So there you have it, the Ford Mustang Dark Horse SC. Don't call it a Shelby GT500, but it's okay if you think of it that way. Now, in addition to these engine specs, there's a few details we don't know, namely the price. Is it more than 6 figures or less than? I'm curious to find out. We'll know that soon because this vehicle goes on sale in March with deliveries beginning this summer. For more on the Dark Horse SC, along with the latest automotive news and reviews, visit motortrend.com.